Hi guys, and welcome back from Carly at the Herbathicary. Really good to see you guys again. If you're new to the channel or like the videos, please show your support by hitting like and subscribe down below. Welcome to another Easter crochet video. This one I actually make them to have cotton wool buds in the bathroom. I've used them as foraging bags. I've even made them in Halloween colors and used them as sweetie bags. So you can really just make it any way you like. You can make it larger, you can make it smaller, you can change the colors. I'm making this one just small enough for these little eggs. To make the basket nice and sturdy, I will be using 2 strands of this acrylic worsted weight yarn, and I'll be using my 3.5mm hook as I want my stitches to be tight. I'm also going to start with a slip knot as we always do. We're then going to chain 5 and slip stitch to that first chain to make our loop. We're then going to chain 2, which does not count as our first stitch, and we're going to work 12 half double crochets into that loop. So that's yarn over, in through the loop, yarn over, pull through, 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 to make a half double crochet in US terms. And repeat this process until you have 12 half double crochets in total. Now as you can see, I'm also working around that tail so I can pull it tighter at the end. So now I have 12 half double crochets around my ring, and I am just going to slip stitch to that top of that first half double that we did in order to complete row 1 or round 1. So round 2 we are going to increase. We're going to do 2 half doubles in each stitch. So chain 2, that doesn't count as your first half double, and then right back into where you just slip stitched, you're going to do 2 half double crochets. And then 2 half double crochets in every stitch around until you have a stitch count of 24. So I'm just completing round 2, 23 and 24, and again we're going to slip stitch to the top of that first half double that we did to complete round 2. Round 3 we're going to chain 2 and do 1 half double in the first stitch, and then 2 half doubles in the next, 1 half double in the next stitch, and 2 half doubles in the next. Again, we're going to repeat this all the way around until we have a stitch count of 36. I will be working a further 2 rounds. So in round 4, we'll be increasing in every 3rd stitch, and in round 5 every 4th stitch, and so on and so forth. So you'll be increasing by 12 each round. So I will finish with 60 stitches in total, and I'll meet you guys back there where we'll move on to making the rest of the basket. So I'm just finishing my 5th round, which is my required size for the base of the basket. As I said, you can stop earlier or you can keep going, increasing by 12 on each round until you get the required size that you want. So my last increase, and we're just going to slip stitch again to complete the base. Now to start working on the height of the basket, we're going to chain 2 and we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the back loops of every stitch only. So remember, I've got 2 strands, so there will be 2 but not 4. So we're just going to do 1 half double crochet in every back loop around, and this will make a definition between the base and the actual height of the basket. So we're just going to do 1 half double in every back loop around. So that in my case is 60 half double crochets. I'm then just going to slip stitch to that first half double crochet. Now every line from here on, or row from here on, all round, we're just going to do 1 normal half double crochet in each of those stitches until you get your required height. Now we'll be working into those loops that we left over, those front loops, in our next round. So again, just chain 2 and work 1 half double crochet in every round until you have your required height. I did 6 rounds in total for mine, as I only wanted big enough to just hold these little eggs in. And then for our final round of the basket section, again we're just going to be working in those back loops, and we're going to do single crochets. So chain 1 and work 1 single crochet into each of those back loops around. And this again is going to give you that front loop to work your frilly little pattern into. So I'll see you once we're at the end with 60 single crochets in the back loops only. So I'll just slip stitch to that first single crochet to complete this round. Now you can leave it like this if you want, if you don't want a handle on it, but I do want a handle on mine. So I'm going to chain 30, which is the length that I'd like my handle to be. Then going to find the opposite side of my bag, and I'm going to move 1 to the right as I'll be making 3 rounds. So there's my center, and I'm going to move just 1 to the right, and I'm going to slip stitch into there. Ooh, make sure it's straight. Slip stitch into there. I'm then going to slip stitch along 1 stitch, and then we're going to single crochet up that chain that we just made. So 1 single crochet into each of those along. I might have made my chains a bit tight. And once we've worked our way back down to the other side, so we've got 30 single crochets along. Oh, I think I've got 1 left to do. So 1 final single crochet in there, slip stitch to the next stitch along. So slip stitch in there, then slip stitch to the next stitch, and then turn your work and work the 1 last row of single crochets. Basically, if you like this thickness, then leave it at this stage, but I would like mine a little bit thicker, so I'm going to turn my work and work 1 more row of single crochets along. Once I've finished this round, I'm just going to slip stitch into that next stitch along. So slip stitch, and then you can cut your yarn and chain 1 and pull through to complete the basket. Now for the trim, I'm going to be using this pretty sparkly purple. I'll be doing the same trim at the bottom and the top, and this is quite a simple one. So we're just going to go under one of those front loops, and we're going to pull our second color through. I'm then going to chain 2 and slip stitch into the next loop along. Oh, it's quite tight. So chain 2 and then slip stitch into the next stitch along, and I'm just going to repeat this pattern until I get back to the end, and then I'll do exactly the same at the top where we did that row of back loop stitches. So chain 2, slip stitch all the way along, and as you can see, it makes a very pretty frill. And then again, do exactly the same process on the top, and then sew in your ends. And this is how my little basket looks when completed. You could add some little appliques to it, some chicks, some bunnies. I did do some bunnies in one of my previous videos, if you want to go have a look at that and add that to your creation. But as I said, this basket can be made in any size for whatever your requirements are. I think it's really, really cute. And as I said, I have them in the bathroom. I even have some plants in some. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you did, come back and have a look at our other videos. We have so many. Again, thank you guys for coming back to the Apothecary. It was great to see you again. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.